From Las Vegas and the Consumer Electronics Show, HHGregg and Top10Reviews.com present your 2012 Home Tech Preview. What to look for when you're shopping for electronics this year.
Each of us has two eyes.
So why not use them both?
Hi, I'm Jessica Foust of Top10Reviews.com.
And I'm Gregg Throgmartin with HHGregg Appliances and Electronics.
We're going to be talking about 3D televisions and the innovations we've seen here at CES. 3D hasn't taken off as quickly as some had hoped or anticipated, and let's talk about why, Greg.
Yeah, I think at HHGregg, one of the common things that customers are confused about is the glasses. So we're standing in front of a 3D TV, yet neither of us have glasses on. So I think the most important thing for consumers to understand is when you're watching regular programming, the morning news, the evening news, whatever your daytime shows are, if they're not broadcast in 3D, you're still going to get the best picture out there. In fact, it's going to be twice as good as anything you've ever seen. But then here's the part that I don't think consumers appreciate, is how good 3D makes sporting events, for example. They think of Avatar, they think of some of that, but how often does an Avatar come out? But if you really think about it, the BCS National Championship just was last night, then we're rolling into the Super Bowl, then we go into the Final Four, the Masters, you get the picture. I could go on and on. So I think that you've got a great 2D TV, and then for those special events, you pull out the glasses, you hit one button, and now you're seeing an amazing 3D picture. And 3D is not about things flying out at your face. What 3D is about is really gauging the depth and the context of the picture.
Right, I actually think it's sometimes the subtleties in 3D that actually really captures my attention.
Yeah, so when you're watching the Masters, for example, you don't realize how much slope there is on those greens because we're seeing it flat. When you put the glasses on, press the 3D button, you can understand why that putt rolled all the way off the back of the green back onto the fairway.
Right, and when that fabulous 3D content isn't on air, that's okay, because that's what really makes the TV worth having, is all those components that makes 3D possible, makes a great 2D TV.
That's right, plus you incorporate the smart TV aspect so we can search for different programs, be connected to the internet, stream Netflix, etc. You've got a great package.
It's a TV all-in-one.
That's right.
You know, Greg, one of the big issues I have with 3D right now is the lack of content, but Samsung's actually partnered with NBC Universal to solve that problem.
Yeah, one of the largest networks has partnered with one of the largest TV manufacturers and taken some of the most popular content, made it exclusive to Samsung, but recreated it in 3D. So you get the best picture and some of your favorite classics.
And nerd alert, this classic right here is going to be the first one out.
Yeah, Battlestar Galactica, and that should bring a lot of attention to the Samsung TVs.
This is the world's largest ultra-definition 3D TV. Now, Greg, when we're talking ultra-definition, what does that really mean?
Yes, it's really the next generation. So what most people got accustomed to is what's called 1080p, and that picture quality really blew their minds. This is 2 times the picture quality of what most people know today as high definition. So it's absolutely amazing picture quality, and with 84 inches, there's a lot of it.
Yes, it's a fantastic looking picture, and in addition to the great looking picture, we've also are using what's called passive technology with the 3D glasses as well.
Yeah, so this is what the movie theaters use. So versus traditional glasses where you have to power them on and off, and the shutter actually flickers in the glasses, this is what customers experience at the movie theater. So we think it's a great experience, nice glasses, and again with 84 inches, it really is like having the movie theater in your living room.
Greg and I will be back a little bit later to discuss more TVs and more happenings at CES. I'm Jessica for Top10Reviews.com.
And I'm Gregg Throgmartin of HHGregg.
And from the Las Vegas Convention Center,
we'll see you again soon.